Hi everybody and welcome back to part 24 of Persona 4 Golden. And we start off with overhearing students talking. So yeah, this is pretty much just an explanation that basically we've got it's just letting the player know that you've got basically a test coming up over the next week or so, over the next week. But after that, you do have the summer vacation, which is kind of like a story. It's not a part of the story, to be honest. It's more of a character development kind of part. So at least that'll be slightly more interesting. And yeah, this is more explanation. This is pretty much. So this is the new teacher, Miss Kashiwagi, and she's basically telling you that information is going to be on the test, so useful to pay attention to those things, really useful. And I'm showing this off. Basically, the week before the test, there are various people out of your friends who you have social links with. You can go studying with them. They'll ask you to study with them, and if you study with them, then your relationship will come closer to them, and your knowledge and understanding will also increase a lot more. So it makes it a hell of a lot more interesting. And we're now going to do another. And we're now going to continue the Nanako social link here. So. This one is actually, if I remember correctly, it's a bit more interesting. So let's see what happens.
Dad.
Sorry.
So yeah, Dojima has sacked her off.
It's fine.
And upset her a little bit by just dismissing the fact that she needs this paper signing. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is just another. So yeah, she's feeling kind of abandoned, I guess, and not like her dad doesn't really care about her. And yeah, she feels as if he isn't her real dad. So now she's run off, and now we have to go find her before she
I'm counting on you.
hurts herself. By the way, this can be quite a weird thing to, depending on when this certain social link section takes place. It can be really, really, really weird because it can.
Hey!
Depending on how quickly you do the social link, it can take part in like when someone's been taken in for questioning with regards to the murders, or it could be at the height of the murders, where nothing's really, where everything's still up in the air, where the guy hasn't been caught, which you could argue is a bit silly. Which depending on where it is, it could be construed as being very, very, very silly on Nanako's part, which you might say, well, she is about how old is she? She's about 8 or 9, I think, and so she could afford to be a bit, she can be expected to be a bit silly, but I think that goes against her character a little bit, because she is quite clever, and she is quite kind of,
Please.
what's the word I'm looking for? She's very
Sorry.
she's very fuck, I don't know what to say. She's very kind of mature. That's what I'd say. Mature for her age. So it might seem out of character that she just run off and do something quite so silly. But I digress. Basically, her dad. Basically, she feels like her dad doesn't like her or anything. So it's quite a. I remember when I first played the game, it was quite a weird kind of. Well, that came out of fucking nowhere. But yeah, it makes Nanako's character a bit more interesting in my eyes. And we've ranked up, ranked 7 now with Nanako. And I guess it's kind of a worry. Sorry, kind of a worry from her part, I guess, that she thinks that Dad's forgotten her mom and wondering whether he'll forget about her, pretty much. And of course, we all know that it's, you could probably work it out that it's not. That's not the case at all. It's just that he's doesn't really want to think about it because it makes him all depressed and he doesn't want to think about that kind of stuff. But anyway, I don't get the give it 9 days, to be honest, but whatever. Yeah, so this is a nice little character bit with Yukiko forcing herself under your umbrella. Yeah, so now we're continuing with some more. This is more stuff that is going to be on the test, because this kind of happens like the week before you do the test. It kind of. Oh my god, what is it? I think it's that one. I can't fucking say it. Sphenopalatine, whatever. Sphenopalatine ganglion. I don't know. Sorry, I can't read that. But yeah, so that's the. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so the week before you do your week of tests. Week of tests. Yes, you tend to get more of those kind of lessons throughout the week, and I guess it kind of makes sense. What are we doing now? But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It just it reminds you of it's just giving you, I guess, a refresher before you do the actual test. Although we have a thing called the internet. So anyway, we're now going into the TV world. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, this is the optional boss from Risei's dungeon. And actually, this is the first. This playthrough actually it was the first time. I've played the game 3 times now, and this playthrough was the very first time that I actually did every single sub boss. So here we go. This is the sub boss for Risei's dungeon, the Mariyuku striptease. And yeah, I mean, this guy is not really a threat. This is the momentary child. Pretty much with all the sorry about that. All the sub bosses are kind of the same, where they don't really have any. They have usually have one weakness. Why didn't I get another thought? Whatever. Oh yeah, I'm also showing off Teddy here. He is basically Teddy is the replacement for Yukiko. Basically, Yukiko is your kind of healer and also your special attack kind of focused character. And Teddy fulfills the same role. He has a lot of healing moves and he has a lot of very powerful special attacks, which I don't really show off too much here, but whatever. So yeah, I always find that because they always say I read some guides and that kind of thing.
Alright guys, pile on. Ready?
And what the guides always said, I remember, was that you should always if you know you're coming up against a boss enemy and he has a weakness to, say for example, ice,
You hit the
then
enemy's weak.
when it gives you the option to do the all-out attack, don't bother with it, because you know you can do another special attack and that can knock it down. That attack's pretty dangerous, so be careful with that one. But from what I've worked out, from what I've found, I just find that, you know, doing that followed by the follow-up attack just causes... The follow-up attack just causes so much more fucking damage. Because half the time, the special... The, like, bosses won't get knocked down, if you know what I mean. They won't get knocked unconscious by a second by the ice attack, like, because you hit them first time they get weakness and they get knocked down, hit them again and there's a chance of them turning dizzy, which means they won't attack for a couple of turns. But from what I've
Not bad, Teddy.
found is that most of the bosses throughout the game, they just kind of, they don't really get affected by
You hit the enemy's
they don't get affected by dizziness that easily. It doesn't happen all that often, so I just find it a hell of a lot easier to just go for the all-out attack and get the maximum amount of damage. It just makes more sense. And if you beat the enemies, you also get a boost in courage. So especially your first playthrough, it makes a lot of sense to go after all the sub bosses, like the optional bosses, just to up your bravery, so that you can get all the social links done. Sorry about that. Anyway, you go back, once you finish the fight, go to there'll be check, and that is the Bear Claw. That is a basically it's a weapon for Teddy which is stronger than his current weapon. Isn't the most powerful in the game, but it's basically like, for what you would have at that time, it's the most powerful weapon at that point. It's just and that's what usually happens. Like at the optional bosses, they give you like a different, they give you more powerful weapons, and the weapons that they give you are pretty powerful for that point in the game. So it's very useful. Anyway. This is more, as I said, the week before the tests start, you get a hell of a lot more of these things. You know, of people talking about it. Did I get that right? I got it right. So yeah, basically just pay attention to all this stuff and you should be perfectly fine. Of course, there's also a little thing called the internet, which is very useful, but yeah, you call it cheating, I call it ingenuity. Hey, we're gonna do some continue the kanji social link, which is also pretty interesting. His backstory and his kind of social link stuff is actually pretty interesting as well. I do like his character a lot. So let's see, he's gone to meet his mother, but she's not home. Where the hell is she? God damn it. Ah. Oh shit, what's going on? What happened, dude? Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've now got to go up to the hospital with Kanji to see what's going on with his mother. Sounds better. And there she is, and she seems perfectly fine. What the fuck? Couldn't she look pale? And it's all for naught. Don't need to worry now. She took someone else. She took a little kid who got hit by a bicycle outside the store to hospital. So yeah, Kanji's mother's fine. Yay! Why don't you find him, give him a good score at the gold and cut the crap? Yeah, so Kanji gets a little bit pissed off here, a little bit angry. I can understand why though.
Sorry.
Thinking that your mother might be in a bit of trouble at the hospital and all that. You don't really know what's going to happen, so I can understand his anger and frustration here. Ah, that's no problem, Kanji. It's no problem. What, you want my mother to get ill? You bastard. And that's the Kanji's link up to, social link up to rank number 3. You can now perform a follow-up attack, which is very useful. Well, for me, not really, because I stick with the same 3 for the whole fight. Pretty much, this is the first time, in this playthrough, it was the first time I used Teddy, Kanji, and the one other character we are yet to meet who joins our team. It's the first time I've really used them at all. I've usually just stuck with Yosuke, Kanji, Chie, and Yukiko for the whole thing. Just because the reason why I stuck with them 3, I think, is just because they're probably my favourite characters in the game, and just, I don't know. I guess it was because they were already leveled up quite high, and it was just easier for me to just continue to use them, continue to level them up, rather than taking the time out of my day to level up the other characters. So it was just easier that way. Anyway, Kanji's mothered alright, so let's move on. So yeah, here's another one. It's pretty much every single day that this happens now for the week before. It's a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest, but it can't cross the equator, which I didn't know, to be honest. That was new to me, new information for me for that, to me. So it is interesting. I like it. I like that piece of information. So I gave the correct answer. I think there is a I haven't checked, but I think there is a trophy for answering all the questions correctly and answering and getting 100% on every single test. There's three lots of exams. So anyway, we're now continuing with Chie's social link. State ball or combat play, the ultimate decision. And so we hear threatening voices trying to intimidate some horrible kid, some little kid. So let's go see what's going on. Sorry about that. Let's take this money. What? You bastards. Fuck you, bullies. Punk leader. And it's Takeshi. Hi, Takeshi. You're the one who was being a prick earlier on, weren't you? Asshole. So, yeah, we've got a fight. What a bitch. He just runs off and leaves us to deal with 3 of these assholes. Ah, what a prick. The punks are aggravated by Chie's taunts. So basically you've got 2 options here. You can hold Chie back or you can fight them yourself.
What?
And so I chose to hold Chie back. I think I chose the other option as well, and there's not really a lot of difference. I think that it's just here she's kind of like upset with you. And I think in the other one it's kind of she's kind of angry yet flattered that you kind of put yourself in harm's way as well. It's no trouble. It's no trouble
Thank
to you.
you.
So yeah, this is a. I guess this is a continuation of her kind of story where she's kind of like treated like I don't know how to put it. Where she seems like where she feels as if she has to protect everyone by herself, everyone she cares about by herself, and doesn't really think about others who can help her. You know, by thinking about getting other people involved, that kind of thing. So yeah, we got up to rank 7, and we learned, and she's got a new ability where she can take a mortal. I think it said she could take a mortal blow in battle.
Hey.
So if you're about to get killed, then she will step in, take that blow, so that you will survive, and you can then revive her.
You know,
Pretty
I
easy.
just looked outside.
And we're now continuing with
Let's take a walk.
the Dojima social link.
There's somewhere I want to go with
I
you and
think,
Nanako.
is this
Oh,
pretty much it?
Here, have this.
Yeah, this is pretty much it. This is pretty much the last Dojima social link. And we got a coffee mug.
It's the same kind that Nanako.
Thank you for the coffee mug. I will
This
treasure
is
it
your
always.
personal mug. Write your name on it later.
Sorry about that. Damn this cough.
No problem. Take good care of it.
So yeah, we're going to go for a walk with
Family. So
Dojima and
I'll
Nanako
fill
in a bit.
yours and Nanako's mugs anytime. Don't forget that.
So yeah, we're family. She's in a 90, yet she's going to go out for a walk. I think that's highly
Let's go.
irresponsible,
Let's go, big
Dojima, to be honest. He went for a walk with Nanako in the middle. Let's go for a walk. Samigawa Riverbank.
It's scary at night.
Yeah, she's still in a 90. This is really bad parenting, Dojima. Seriously, lad.
Don't
What are
fall
you
in.
doing?
Why'd we come here?
Well, you've been saying all the time how you wanted to come here.
So yeah,
Let's come
Dojima's
again on a
now
nicer day. We can have a picnic.
learned his lesson that he needs to
Yeah. Yay! Can I
needs
go
to
closer to the river? The fish might be sleeping.
needs to put Nanako first and
All
be
right.
a bit more
Watch
kind
your
of.
step, okay?
I don't know. Responsible is probably the wrong word. He just needs to be with his daughter and
Look on your face.
a fair bit
haven't seen you in a
more, which is
long
kind of getting down now. It seems,
I'm gonna keep up my search for the criminal who ran over Chisato.
and he's going to continue
This
looking
time,
for
to escape
his
from it.
wife's killer, but not because he
just doing it
has to
with
do it or to escape from it.
detective.
He's doing it because that's
Since
his
I
job.
forgot something as basic
which
as
is-
that.
Great lesson to be learned.
You made me remember what's important to me.
I guess his thing, the thing to take from here is that basically it's just don't,
This town is my town. It's the place where you and Nanako live.
Don't get obsessed with
That's where I'm
these
gonna live on,
things and just
protecting
let
this
life
place.
pass you by.
As a detective,
That you should
As a
really
father.
just do it because you want to, and don't feel as if you have to and be obsessed with it, that kind of thing. And Dojima is now at the maximum rank number 10. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a genuine bond. These genuine bonds shall be your eyes to see the truth. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Koryu, the ultimate form of the Hierophant Arcana. So there you go. You have to max out all the social links, I think, to get the ultimate persona at the end of the game. If you want that. You don't really need it. You don't really need it, to be honest, but it's nice to have.
Wait, I said!
And now
Damn it, he's still after us!
we hear some noises. A police. Seems like a policeman and a
What the?
young lad
Hey,
being
that's-
chased by a
You
policeman.
there? What's wrong?
Detective
Sorry about that.
Dojima? I'm sorry to bother you while you're
I'm
off
sorry to
duty.
bother you while you're off duty.
Don't sweat it. Who are they?
Oh, it's that group of
So
GB
yeah,
thieves.
a police officer
You know
chasing
who
after a
wants
load
us
of
to the
GB
top of the
thieves, and
town?
of course,
Thieves.
Dojima is going to go after them.
Punks.
Because that's what he does.
Dad, are you going?
Yeah. Arresting the bad guys is my I mean...
Yeah,
your
so now
father
he's
is
got
John.
to go arrest some bad guys.
Sorry, but take care of Nanako.
Nah, leave it to me. I remember second playthrough I chose the really cheesy
Don't you
option
know
of
who
go
I
get
am?
him. It's just kind of like,
Detective
ugh, for God's
Dojima
sake, what are you
of the
doing?
Inaba PD, feared by punks and thugs citywide.
And so yeah, he's
Don't you two
happy
worry
dude
about
again.
me. Head on home,
He's now
okay?
gonna kick some young juvie ass. Alright, stop right there, you punks.
Go get him, Dad!
And Nanako's proud of her
He's
dad.
so cool.
All's well that ends well.
Let's go home.
Let's
I need
go
to get
home.
the bath ready. Oh, and let's
It's
make
kind of a
some
nice
snacks.
ending to the social link, to be honest. I really like that. I really like that ending. It's fucking awesome. And now we're on Saturday, and it's raining all day, so I don't think I'll be doing much today, to be honest. So yeah, as we found out from the last part, the police have a what's the name? Suspect, but we don't know who it is yet. So we're hoping hopefully we'll find out pretty soon. I'm sure the police will be able to handle it. It won't be a problem. So yeah, this is another piece of information which I did not really... I never know. I didn't know. And that is that the King of Hearts is the only one in deck of cards that doesn't have a mustache. He doesn't have a mustache. Which I never really... to be honest, I've never focused that hard on a deck of cards. But it was something that I didn't really think about. So I thought, the first time I heard that, I thought that was a pretty cool little bit of information. And we're now on to Sunday. So we have the day off. Yay. So yeah, we've got to wait for the results, and... No, that was me clicking on this trying to click on Kanji, but actually clicking on the fucking building behind him. So yeah, we're going to continue with the Kanji social link today. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is Kanji feeling sorry for himself. Plenty. That's what I thought. Yep, that's very true. We saw your shall we say, hidden side. And yeah, so the other kid, the kid from the other day happens to be here. Let's see what's up with him. So yeah, basically, he lost a friend of his. He borrowed a doll off a friend of his, a bunny, and he, for some reason, threw it in the water and was like, "It is now." I guess he threw it in the water because I remember. Bloody hell, I should be reading. Basically, he was hanging out with some older kids. He was afraid they would think he was a loser, so he threw it into the water to get rid of it.
Senpai.
But now he needs to find it again. And he's scared because he doesn't know how to get it back. So Kanji is now going to offer to go down to the river and look for it to see if he can find it. Stay where you are so you didn't go the way. I do like Kanji because he's kind of like trying to be nice and trying to do the right thing, but he's kind of brash at the same time. It's kind of like trying to do the right thing, but doesn't have the he doesn't have the social kind of aspect to his brain, so he's kind of like, he doesn't understand to be kind of like with this kid, he doesn't understand to kind of be nice to him and kind of not to shout at him, but he does it fucking anyway. It's possibly the eyebrows, because when I heard how old he was, fucking hell, I was surprised. So I think sorry about that, bloody hell, because I think it says in his it says in the game that he's 15, and I was like, huh? He's 15? Fuck that. No fucking way. It looks as if he's about 22, 21. And anyway, Kanji Tatsumi's social worker is at rank 4. He's promised that he's going to make another bunny for this kid to give to Sarah as a replacement, which was nice of him. Looks like I'm catching a cold.
Later.
So yeah, that was it. Kanji's gone home, and I'm trying to work out what we're doing today. Ah yeah, so now we're just doing the end of term. We're doing the end of term exams now, and this is going to continue for the next 4 days. What's morale? Cheerfulness in a group. Yay, got it right. If it says you feel you've chosen the correct answer, it's balance beam. If you feel you've chosen the correct answer, it will. If you've chosen the correct answer, it will tell you. It does tell you, because it has that. The green mark comes over your head and it says you feel as if you've chosen the correct answer. If it says you're not, if you get it wrong, then it sort of goes, I'm not too sure about that one. This one I kind of struggle with. It's the top one, I think. Yeah, I got it right. It was the the Magi period, if that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that word. Magi? That sounds about right. Yeah, so this lasts until Friday, and then you're done. It's the King of Hearts. So yeah, once you've I've done this 3 times, so now I pretty much every single question I've got right. It's Pascal, yeah. So yeah, we're now going to continue on to Friday. So this should be the last day of exams. Day 4. Which of these is the name of a real river? It's the Piss Piss River or the PP River. PP. Was no, it's the U.S. Declaration of Independence. So yeah, you do the 4 days, so the Tuesday to the Tuesday to Friday, and then on the Saturday, it just says it's the last day of exams. And if you answer all the questions correctly, then it just goes, the answers need to be flying from your hand, and it gives you the and that gives you another hint that you've got all the questions right, and nothing's kind of gone, and you've got everything right basically, which is incredibly useful. I think it's kind of nice. You were across the room. You were a good couple of desks away. There's a good desk between you and him. He wasn't exactly yawning in your face. And this happens every single time you have a tests, end of term tests. Is that Chie yet again kind of points out how she gets these questions wrong.
You're so annoying.
Something I always enjoy watching.
Yo.
I always enjoy listening to, rather.
Encores. I mean,
No more encores.
everyone.
They're both tired.
Whoa, more losers?
More losers.
What do I need? I can always ask.
You appear to be speaking whatever.
How did you do, Senpai?
My pen was on fire. Your courage has increased.
Wow, you're amazing.
Ah, you don't need to say that, Riso.
Enough about the exams already. What's going on with the
Yep,
murder
so now we're
case?
going to continue with finding stuff out about the murder case.
Head to our special headquarters. We haven't been there in a while.
So let's see what happens. So we're going to go to the... So now we're going to go to the
Kind of bummed. Not just because exams are over, but
to the
whole
headquarters
thing
to find out
with
what's going
police
on.
finding a suspect.
So the police have a
That only
suspect,
we
and
could
we've
solve
heard
this
nothing
case.
about it as of
Now
yet.
Well, we still don't know yet. They haven't made an arrest.
But they haven't made an arrest.
So,
So now
gotta
we've
sit
got
on
to
our
just
thumbs.
sit and wait, I guess. Oh, isn't that lucky?
Crying out loud.
Hi,
It's nice to have
Adachi.
a suspect,
How
but
are
where the
you?
hell is he? We're at
How's
the
that
end of our
suspect
rope
going?
here. You guys.
So yeah, he's pretty much
Ah,
saying here that
this case is as good as solved.
he tried to
Kids,
backtrack here, but
it's
he
only a
basically
matter of time
letting
before we
letting
bring
it
in the
slip that
suspect. I mean, the guy's
police don't
kidnapping
have the
people at
suspect.
random and slaughtering them. We won't
the
rest
police
until we
don't have the
bring him to
suspect.
justice.
Damn it! What's going to go wrong?
I gotta get going.
Now I'm really
Now we're
worried.
really
Yes.
worried. On the other hand,
So he's trying
police
to
have a
cover
search
up
warrant
his
out for the guy. We should
incompetence,
stay out of it.
and so yeah, we
Yeah.
basically. So what we have now is that we have a search warrant.
I just
That
remember.
we know
There
that
was
the
a
police have a
question on
search
the
warrant
exam
out,
that I
and they
didn't
have
get.
a suspect.
I think it was.
But we don't
the
know.
chemical formula HCHO.
Kind
used
of.
For silver mirror reactions.
But the police
Its 40%
haven't been able to
solution
get
is
hold of him
known
yet.
as
So
formalin. And the question was.
yeah, it's just pretty
what
much
is HCHO?
bringing you up to speed on stuff. Formaldehyde, I think that is.
Oh, I see. I chose acidic acid.
Yeah, so Reese got that wrong.
Of course it
Huh.
couldn't have been vinegar. Hey, you had that question too, didn't you, Kanji?
Shut up. Don't call me by my first name.
Wow, kind of harsh, aren't you? I
Yeah,
heard you
so
got a nosebleed when you were
yeah,
around
here's
our senpai.
Reese now making fun of Kanji after
Who the hell blabbed
after
about
he
that?
pretty much made fun of her. So
Anyways, research
I do all
on.
like
Why don't you
that
ask
little
Yukiko to help you
character
study?
into play.
I guess, but wouldn't you rather ask a senpai of the opposite
What?
sex? Senpai,
Uh,
a nuisance
what
to
do I
you,
say
Emma.
here? Damn, this gets dangerous.
This girl's dangerous.
Yeah, it's how you can tell pretty much that she's supposed to be the canon love
Let's
interest.
change the subject.
These kind of
Hey,
little lines
any
that keep
idea how
getting
Teddy's doing?
thrown about.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it to you.
Check
Check
this
this
out. What do you want to check out? I let him stay at my
I let
place.
him
In
stay at my
return,
place.
he's now
In
our
return,
official store
He's now
mascot.
our official store
Yay.
mascot.
Ah, so he's hiding in plain sight.
That's one way of putting
Reverse
it, Kanji.
psychology, huh? Man, he looks like one
If
happy
you say so.
bear.
He kept saying that he didn't want to go back.
So yeah, this is
So I
the
made him a deal. Now, since I've got nothing better to do,
this is
I'm
the
gonna
kind of
go
reveal that now Teddy's going to
Ooh,
be
I wanna go
living with
too.
Yosuke and is going to be living in our world
This
this
soft
from
world.
now on, and he's kind of going to be the main man here. He's going to be a part of our
Senpai,
team now,
now that I'm getting the hang of school, I want to go out
and
see the
this is where
sights.
we
But I tend to
set
get
up the,
recognized everywhere I go, so I'm a
Rise,
little nervous about going
social
out on
link.
my own. And
That social
you
link's
seem like the
pretty
type of
interesting,
guy who
actually.
knows
I kinda
all the
like
cool
her,
spots in town.
so sorry, I kind of like her social link. I think it's really good. You feel a faint bond forming between you and Rise. So yeah, we've now set up Rise's social link, which is rather cool. So there it is. How I'm establishing a new bond. It brings thee close to the truth. Personas of the Lovers Arcana. That's how you can pretty much tell that she was kind of written as the canon love interest for the main character for the game. It's how you can pretty much tell. And she gets different
If you ever have some
bonus
time to kill, think
attacks,
of me, okay? Now come
bonus
on, let's go pester Teddy.
abilities.
Teddy!
So her first ability is that she can during battle she can give out like an all-out cheer or shout, and that boosts your boosts all of your attacks, which is useful.
The topic is the bizarre serial murder case.
So anyway, we now
where the victim's bodies
finding
are
that
discovered hanging upside down.
it's now more stuff to do
Police
with
have yet
the
to announce any progress in the investigation
murders,
since the
and it's
discovery
pretty
of
much
a
just
found
announcing
victim.
what we already know, that the
Our
police
special report tonight is a
are
summary
not
of the
anywhere near
events
are
and
nowhere
the
near
facts in the
to
case
finding a
thus
suspect.
far.
So anyway, I'm running out of
We
time.
still
So
haven't caught him?
join me next time when we'll be continuing the story of Persona 4 Golden, and we might be able to see who this
Dad's working hard too.
who this suspect is. So join me next time for the next part of Persona 4 Golden. See you then.